just once. The meeting of the Marquette City Commission is called to order on Tuesday, May 28th, 2024 at 6 p.m. What do you say?
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Oh, let's stand up. Okay, you have to stand on the stool. Hand over your heart. And you start us out.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic stands in God, this.
Sit down. You say, City Clerk, roll call, please.
City clerk, roll call.
Thank you. Commissioner Larson,
Here.
Commissioner Mayer,
Here.
Commissioner Ottaway, Commissioner Schlegel,
Here.
Commissioner Smith,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Hanley,
Here.
and Mayor Davis.
Here. Commissioners may have a motion on Commissioner Ottaway's absence. Commissioner Schlegel.
I'd make the motion to excuse Commissioner Ottaway. He's out on business.
And a second. Commissioner Mayer.
I'll second the motion, Your Honor.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. And before we go any further, I want to recognize our mini mayor. This is Lauren. And Lauren, why don't you stand right here? Lauren is 5 years old. She has had a great interest in being mayor and intends to be mayor one of these days. I'm not sure what city. And we just wanted to bring her and acknowledge that. So Lauren, I have a certificate here. It says Certificate of Appreciation to Lauren Ubera for leading the Marquette City meeting on May 28th, 2024 as mini mayor for the day. And I want, yay. Turn here. I'm going to give you a Marquette City pin. You can wear this at daycare tomorrow. Okay?
Right.
Yeah, we'll get it in there. Sometimes I get it in there. There you go. And I also have a little patch here that you can maybe put on a t-shirt or something.
Yay.
So thank you very much for your interest. Thank you for your interest in being mayor and for the city. You can go and visit your parents now. Did you want to say something?
Thank you.
Okay. Good job. You can go out in the audience and be with your parents. You want to stay right there? All right. You don't get to put on the microphone anymore, though. She's fine. I'm going to take the gavel away from her. She liked that too much. Okay, first on the agenda is the approval of agenda. So commissioners, may I have a motion? Commissioner Smith
I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
and Pro Tem Hanley.
I second.
Any comments? Okay, all in favor, say yes.
Yes.
All opposed? Motion carries 7-0. I have
Your Honor,
no,
excuse me, 6-0.
6-0, thank you. Yeah, we are,
Mini mayor doesn't count
I
yet.
guess she doesn't yet.
Thanks.
Motion passes 6-0. Okay, I'm open up the public comments. If you are interested in addressing the commission, you have 3 minutes. Please state your name and physical address when making public comments, and you can step up to the podium.
Margaret Brum, 404 East Magnetic Street. I'll address my comments to the mini mayor because I'm sure she's a very good listener. Over the course of the weekend, there were many, many people out and about, and many of them visiting cemeteries, decorating graves, cleaning graves, gathering together before they embarked upon their public, I want to say, gatherings. I don't know why, but it came to my attention at least 7 separate incidents where people were in public cemeteries and people were walking their dogs there. And unfortunately, this was quite distressing to people who had gone there to, as I said, decorate graves and pay homage to the honored dead. And I appreciate that we have like 1 car every shift to do everything. But I was wondering and hoping if the mini mayor agreed with me that we could, for a short amount of time, try to run a police car near the cemeteries, often enough so that people got the word out. I also unfortunately think it might be a great thing for a public service announcement because there are signs and you're not supposed to jog there either. It's just supposed to be a place you go to visit the honored dead. There was also several incidents where there were Memorial Day ceremonies where people walking dogs where they weren't forbidden, but they were just walking back and forth through the ceremony like it wasn't there. And I think that has more to do with the crowd expectations we have, but I just wanted you to know that I don't know why these things came to me, apparently because they're animal related, but I wanted them to share them with you. Another thing I want to share with you is there's an opportunity for large animal emergency rescue workshop training, $25 a person, and I'm hoping we can get somebody from the police department and someone from the fire department. It's this Saturday at the Autrain Township Hall. I am going to make the ultimate sacrifice and set my alarm and be someplace at 9 a.m. There's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's classroom work, and 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. there's actual live animal training. This is an attempt by Kathy Rupert and a group of dedicated people to get the attention of the state so that when they finally get around to cutting loose an animal trailer for the Upper Peninsula, that they will think of putting it in our county first. Right now, downstate, there's 3 of these animal rescue trailers. They're all in locations where they've had horrific accidents. And Mini Mayor, why don't you put your hands over your ears so you don't hear this, okay? Because what happens, thank you, I'll let you know when you can hear it. Right now, when a trailer crashes and there's a large animal in it and there's no way to extricate the large animal, there is a chart that the veterinarian has that shows a person licensed to carry a firearm how you end the life of a suffering animal with one shot. And believe it or not, it's not the same place. You don't hit it the same place. After that, though, and your ears are shut, okay? After that, the only way to get the weight out of the vehicle is with dismembering the animal using chainsaws. So this is training that will give us a better option. Thank you very much. Now you can listen. Thank you, Mini Mayor. Appreciate it.
Anyone else for public comment?
My name's Darrell Meyer, and I'm live in Gladstone, 5470 25th Road, and I'm with my wife Leah, and we're here for item 3F. So if you had questions on it later on, I'd be happy to answer them. So thank you.
Anyone else for public comment? Anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, I will close public comment, and we will have our presentation. Tonight, we have a presentation by the Public Art Commission by Brianna Hobbins. I tried.
Hello. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. How is everybody? Good. Do I need to state my name and address as well? Okay.
You do not.
good. So I am Brianna Hobbins, the chair of the Public Art Commission, and I'm here to share our 2023 to 2024 year in review. We'll go over who we are, what we've accomplished in the past year, the current and future projects, and why public art is important, and the great things that you get to help us provide to the community. So overall, we enhance our community with art in public spaces. Our primary responsibilities basically are to provide guidance on planning, creation, installation, and ongoing maintenance of the city public works of art. We promote building community awareness and raise funds throughout different grants and partnerships that we have connections with. We also incorporate public works of art across the city. We continue to maintain a framework of guidelines governing the city's public art policy. I like to think that we get to advocate for works of art to enhance our community within the public art spaces. We are intentional in the work that we do, and we aim to be inspirational and purposeful as we provide placemaking and place revealing opportunities for our community. while we tell stories and enhance community engagement. Hopefully we can be very inspiring. So overall, in 2023, we have installed public art signage. Public art education newsletters have gone out with our first issue, and I have the example here, if you want to take one and pass it along. We had a conservation survey take place on our 11 works of public art. Words to Live and Bike By, round 2 was completed, and an Indigenous sculpture has been commissioned, as well as the dragonfly sculpture, which will be put down in the new Kids Cove at Lower Harbor. Here's an example of one of the many signs that were installed that was completed. The class connections, which the city commissioners just received, went out in the fall of 2023 with the intention to continue to pass on in this upcoming fall, and then to kind of amp up the frequency in which we present those. And so this was sent out to the local art teachers to provide to their students. So it gives information about who MPAC is and just the different things going on in our community regarding public art. And it also provides an activity for the children to do at home or within their classroom. The maintenance that public art has, sorry, I'm a little nervous. So for maintenance, the purpose of having maintenance in public art is to stabilize and maintain city's publicly owned artwork. We want to ensure long-term engagement of the collection while also increasing public awareness and accessibility to these cultural assets in the community. In October of 2023, the Midwest Conservators visited and examined 11 artworks from the city's public art collection. The goal of this is to provide the city with present condition of each city-owned object and the treatment needs of those objects by providing a baseline for the future maintenance, starting with where we're at today. So the conservators did survey each artwork, like I said, and provided notes on the recommended treatment for the conditions. And so far, we were sorry, I'm trying to find the word that I'm trying to use. We were encouraged, I should say, or recommended to have the Father from Marquette statue maintained, and also the artwork in the back there, and that is called the Leon Lundmark seascape painting, in case nobody knew that was there. It's over there and it's beautiful, so before you leave the room, please check it out. Once that is complete, so it's going to be sent off, and that's going to be cleaned and maintained and kind of fixed up a little bit, and then that's going to be put into the new Arts and Culture Center for public view. And then the Father Marquette statue, that is going to be worked on this June over Art Week, and so that'll be over 3 days. The conservators will be working on cleaning and waxing that. So that is exciting. The previous Words to Live and Bike By were completed, and they look great, and we are going to be revisiting that this summer, which moves us on to the projects and ongoing objectives. We have the dragonfly sculpture, like I mentioned, the 7 grandfathers sculpture, a new round of the Words to Live and Bike By. We'll touch base on benches at the Spear Dock down in Lower Harbor. There's a fun and exciting oscillation, temporary art installation that will be presented to you tonight, and some have already been presented. Grant support, consults, public art maintenance, continued, Friends of the Public Art Commission, they help us a lot, and continued education and public art directory. So Jason Quigno will install his sculpture over Art Week, and that is going to be a wonderful story of sharing Indigenous stories, the start of what that will be, I think, in Marquette. The dragonfly sculpture is going to be installed this fall, and this is honoring a woman, Joni Reynolds, who was a huge community advocate and educator. These are a few of the presented words to live and bike by for round 3 that will be installed, I would say, as our temporary art installation over Art Week. When we talk about spirit dock benches, I would like to talk more about not just the benches. We intend to eventually put a piece on the end of the benches to showcase art frequently, and so a rotating collection of artwork, so more temporary artworks within that permanent space. But we also want to continue to generate more ways to bring the community together within this space. So that could look like everyday design within our life. So similar to the Dolomite benches up at the Father Marquette Park, the fast break mural at Hurley Park, and just kind of having those spaces to bring conversation and experience together. This is the exciting temporary art installation we like to call Oscillation, and this is a proposed Winter Light Festival that presents opportunities to maximize engagements within the community. We will be able to partner with partnerships and create placemaking opportunities. There have been several consults that have been done specifically to murals, and so we have been, asked to give input and insight and help guide muralists or people who want to have murals on the sides of their building. And so the Moosewood mural, the Viridia building mural, which is on the side of 3rd Street there, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner where it says Marquette, and then the Seiche mural, which is this new one with the fish there. Those are all murals that Marquette Public Art Commission had been consulted on and asked questions to help guide them. We've also been consulted with the Rosewood Walkway to create an RFP for that temporary art installation that will be put on, which is outside of the Arts and Culture Department. One of the city capital improvement projects, is the Capitol Trail, which MPAC is very happy to be in partnership with. We help enhance public art and design through this. We have been leveraging current and future funding opportunities for the trail. We will be guiding in signage and future site design and provide a venue for temporary and permanent art collection. This will help us to provide community involvement, and there will be a continual evolution of this, I think, throughout the years. A couple of other examples are the Peg Herman and Bandshell. Bottom right, we will help consult with that, as well as the new Cultural Center and Trailhead, which is up next to the Father Marquette statue. So we hope to, we will continue to follow the city's master plan in regards to the public art. And so we just have this drive, to promote inclusion and assist in, developers in their process of, building and designing. So we hope to just continue to be the best that we can be. I don't know how much time I have, so I'm trying not to go over. Looking forward, we want to continue to be consultants for muralists and people who are interested in murals. So we plan to make a local artist directory that people can go to for not just murals, but different public art aspects. We will also have how-tos that we will be developing for artists and the business owners who will be able to learn how to maybe prep a wall space for the muralists they want. Go and find, artists in particular from a certain list that will be vetted through us that we will create to support those artists and business owners as much as we can. We'll give a cheat sheet for those artists as well. We plan to have some professional development opportunities. The sculpture artist for the Dragonfly has offered to do some of that professional development for local artists who might want to start getting into more bigger sculptural installations, but not really sure how. So this is an opportunity and a start for us to kind of help guide different ways for community or connecting with the artists in town to help them build themselves up as well. For capital improvement projects, we want to continue adding value and community engagement. We believe it retains and grows community identity and vibrancy. We hope that we can continue to provide and assist resources to developers. So with the, encouraging applicants to devote 1% of costs to the non-city initiated construction and redevelopment projects, we would like to kind of become more of an access point for them. And so finding some way to work together to, give them that information that they can contact us. We are super happy and excited to assist developers in the design process and, guiding them to the artists that maybe they would be interested in working with. We also look forward to member recruitment, growing in diversity within the different types of professional artists in our community. There are 4 educators. I am one of them on the board, and it's super exciting and great, but it would also be exciting to see different types of artists in our community joining the board as well. So for myself personally, I will be, continuing to think of different types of artists that might be interested and kind of sharing that they could always apply and join our awesome team. So we look forward to maybe some more intercity collaboration and communication with different people. Marquette Public Art Commission is not just, solely for the Arts and Culture Department. I hope that we can, connect with, say, the fire department or, I don't know, some other departments as well, because public art can really kind of help boost and work together to get to the community. Thank you for your investment. You and the community overall, you guys are the ones who allow us to provide the public art in Marquette. So the money that you guys have been able to provide us helps us to leverage the grant funding for projects that have been completed and will be completed in the future. It allows us to invest in public infrastructure. It attracts hopefully businesses and developers in maybe the different areas and locations that they could begin their new adventures. And we are able to educate and inform the community through public art. So thank you. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Brianna.
Yes.
Commissioners, comments or questions? Commissioner Schlegel.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Great presentation. I think over the 30-plus years that I've been here, to see where arts and culture has kind of gone from the small group of people that really appreciate it and bring it out to the public the way that it has now is really exciting. And I see the words to live and bike by, and I thought that was a great way to start things off, but then the murals started popping up, and it just added this extra layer of just beauty to Marquette and the downtown area and where these things are being placed. I just think that the arts and culture scene here is making Marquette a destination for this type of artist and for people that around the region that are going to want to be a part of it. So I thank you guys for all your hard work and encourage you to keep going.
Yeah, thank you. That reminds me, is we, we're hoping that we can put out a survey to the community to see what kind of artwork they want to see here that they've seen in other areas. And I think that's really you just saying like bringing people in, like hopefully we can bring people in year round because of the art. And that's one way that we can maybe do that, to continue doing that. Yeah.
Commissioner Smith?
Thank you, Bree. I liked the presentation. You guys always provide such good visuals, especially when, the Public Art Commission, which, I see Tina, our arts and culture is wonderful, but we're focused on this one piece right now, right? Which is separate, but obviously related. So I'll focus on that. But collectively, it's fantastic in our community. But when I think of the Public Art Commission, I feel like, we as a commission have continued to support in the budget a special carved out piece. And that's what we're seeing here is you guys taking it and running with it in a direction that I know myself, my brain doesn't work that way, and yet I appreciate it. And so it takes all types. I appreciate everything you do and everything that everyone does that's a part of your group and the community to make Marquette a more culturally vibrant place. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. I will communicate that.
Other commissioners? Okay. Brianne, I remember when the committee first started, and there wasn't much happening, but the committee spent so much time on developing policies and figuring out how to do this. And this year seems to be like the big kahuna, like all of a sudden there's all these things going on this particular year, from the dragonfly and the seven grandfathers and, the words and all of the things that you mentioned this evening. And your committee's busy, and it really is making an impact on the city. The thing that I really appreciate about the art that we are developing is that it engages the community in the art. Even those people who feel that they don't appreciate art find themselves appreciating it because of the art that the committee has chosen. So thank you very much.
Yeah. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will move on our agenda to the public hearing, and this is a public hearing on the single lot special assessment roll 591. City Clerk may have the background.
Thank you, Mayor. Chapter 40, Section 40-21 of the City Code requires that when an improvement shall have been made by the city upon or in respect to any single premises, the expense of which is chargeable against such premises and the owner thereof under the provisions of this chapter, and is not of that class required to be prorated among several lots and parcels of land in a special assessment district, an account of the cost to be charged to the owner shall be reported to the city treasurer, who shall immediately bill the owner if known. The city code further requires that when the city treasurer determines that a number of properties have had outstanding bills for a sufficient time, the treasurer shall notify the city assessor, who shall prepare a single lot assessment roll and schedule a public hearing before the city commission on that roll. Impacted property owners receive notification of the time and place of the hearing in accordance with Section 40-21 of the City Code. This hearing was scheduled at the Commission's regular meeting of May 13th. Fiscal effect, $2,246.22 plus accruing interest and penalties. Recommendation, confirm single lot assessment roll number 591 and authorize the mayor to sign the warrant. Alternatives as determined by the Commission.
Okay, with that, I will open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to comment on the single lot special assessment, please step up to the microphone. Anyone wishing to comment on the special assessment? Seeing none, I will close the public comment and entertain a motion. Commissioners? Pro Tem Hanley.
I move that we confirm the single lot assessment roll number 591 and authorize the mayor to sign the warrant.
And a second? Commissioner Mayor?
Madam Mayor, I'll second the motion.
Any comment?
No.
Comment? Okay, and I just, City Clerk, I want to check, does this require a roll call?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right, so then I'll call the question. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Moving on to the consent agenda. Commissioners, do I have a motion? Commissioner Smith.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
And a second, Commissioner Schlegel.
I'll second the motion.
Comments? Okay, comments? Okay, all in favor, say yes.
Mayor.
Oh, sorry, thank you. I knew there was a roll call. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Larson.
Yes.
Commissioner Mayor.
Yes.
Commissioner Schlegel.
Yes.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hanley,
Yes.
and Mayor Davis.
Yes. Motion carries 6-0. So moving on to new business, we have the Michigan Shared Streets and Spaces Grant Program Resolution. And City Clerk may have the background.
Thank you, Mayor. The Michigan Department of Transportation, MDOT, fiscal year 2024 budget includes a one-time appropriation of $3.5 million intended to support quick-build projects with the purpose of making communities more walkable, bikeable, and transit and micro-mobility friendly. The appropriation funds the Shared Streets and Spaces Grant Program, which can award grants up to $200,000. This program is being administered by MDOT with no local match requirement. The city is submitting an application for the full $200,000 grant amount with an additional $94,000 identified work to fully implement and refresh the city bike lane and path plan. This approved plan has been partially implemented over the years and has needed funding to refresh the work that has already been completed and to fully implement the remaining work. The grant application is in alignment with priorities identified within the community master plan. Fiscal effect: none by this action. If the $200,000 grant request is approved, the city will utilize $65,000 from the Lundin Corridor Fund and $29,000 from the general fund to complete complementary work. Recommendation: approve the resolution supporting the Michigan Shared Streets and Spaces Grant Program application and authorize the mayor and city clerk to sign. Alternatives as determined by the commission.
Commissioners, Commissioner Larson.
I move that we approve the resolution supporting the Michigan Shared Streets and Spaces Grant Program application and authorize the mayor and the city clerk to sign.
Okay. And second? Pro Tem Hanley.
I second.
And comments?
Only that support moving this forward. We've heard a lot about biking and walking and accessibility, so I think moving forward this makes sense.
Pretty much the same thing. I know that we've had a lot of people here talking about our bike lanes, and it'd be amazing if we could get a $200,000 grant to really help us really get those back into shape.
Okay. Commissioner Smith.
I'd just like to add that I think this is a really unique use of, potential use of our staff time to find a grant that doesn't require a match for work that is already outlined in one of our plans. And I really think it matches the needs of a grant well, and I'm hopeful that we may get this one. Thanks.
Others? Okay, well then let's call the question. This is a roll call vote.
Commissioner Larson,
Yes.
Commissioner Mayer,
Yes.
Commissioner Schlegel,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hanley,
Yes.
and Mayor Davis.
Yes, motion passes 6-0. So let's move on to our second round of public comments. Those wishing to speak in public comment, please step up to the podium. State your name and address, please.
My name's Cameron, 503 Garfield Ave.
You have a last name, Cameron?
Cameron Smith.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. That was pretty awesome, the art, inspiring. So isn't the opportunity you gave the little mayor. No matter the age, it certainly speaks. The art that we have in the community here is remarkable. I wanted to mention some of the things that we attended this past month. We've seen webinars from the National Institute on Health, in particular the HEAL initiative, to social determinants by the Department of Health and Human Services here in Michigan. We went to Baraga. We attended Copper Shores Bridges Out of Poverty. What I'm trying to relay here is that there's a consistency, whether it's nationwide or if it's local, and we're focused on it pretty heavily here in the UP, I know. And that's the socio-environmental impact that we're seeing, and in particular how it influences those who have co-occurring disorders. And I can speak directly to that because I'm one who has struggled with that. And with our company and the research we're doing, including the collaborative efforts amongst other organizations and companies, nationwide, state, and local, I'd like to propose that perhaps in the coming months, when we determine how to spend some of the new funds that we're receiving through opiate compensation settlements, that we consider that which is a focus that we do have available that has been established. In particular, I found Michael Stieber at an event here at NMU, and he has that bridge program, and we went and attended, and I think that if we could consider how we might implement such a class here in our county, that'd be worth allocating somebody's time or consideration of. That would be greatly appreciated. I know it's a parallel that runs true through most people in recovery, the impact that they have by having more social capital or involvement, whether that's bringing the community to them or them to the community. And we participate without compensation or reimbursement, currently taking steps to do that for people like me. And it's made a big impact on people we work with, especially me. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment? Anyone else for public comment? Seeing none, I will close the public comments for this evening, and we'll move on to comments from the commission. I'll begin with you, Commissioner Mayer.
I have none for this evening.
Pro Tem Hanley?
I would just like to thank our mini mayor, Lauren. I think she did an amazing job, and I think she'd be a great replacement for Commissioner Ottaway if he chose to step away. No, she did a great job, and it was really nice to see her come in and lead for being as small as she is. So if they're watching at home, congratulations. You did a great job, Lauren.
Commissioner Schlegel?
I'd just like to kind of reflect a little bit more on the public art and what we were educated on tonight as far as what Marquette's been doing. Traveling to Minneapolis, St. Paul's, places like that have a similar vibe to it, I think, much larger level, but I've seen some really impressive public art displays over in that neck of the woods. And I too, I don't really have an artistic bone in my body, at least that's the way I feel. But point is that when you have that layer of just pride in your community, where you can really showcase those things, it's a really nice addition to everything else that Marquette has going for itself. So I'm glad that we had that presentation tonight, and I look forward to seeing what else they're going to be doing in the future. Be careful, in about a week it's going to get really crazy around here with school getting out and the tourists coming to town, so please slow down. Pay attention to the people that aren't used to being around this neck of the woods, and forgive them for doing 22 in a 25 zone. It's okay. You're going to get there eventually. Just take a deep breath and move on. That's it. Thank you.
Commissioner Smith?
I just wanted to, I'm having a technology issue, so I don't have the names in front of you, but congratulate the couple that came from Gladstone. Thank you for coming to the meeting on your liquor license. I believe it's a resort liquor license, and I believe it'll be a pizza shop, another one here in Marquette. Look forward to seeing that when it opens up. If you have a ribbon cutting, feel free to invite us. We'd be happy to patronize your business and support you that way. Thank you for being here.
Okay, it's my turn. Oh, we will let Commissioner Larson.
Oh, thank you.
Not on my game tonight.
Oh, no worries. I don't have a whole lot to say. I was going to, echo Commissioner Smith with saying, thank you for traveling here. We're on the consent agenda, pretty easy for you guys to kind of move through really quickly. So, but thank you for being here and, for support if we did have any questions on that. And again, I figured out a comment that that I didn't make about, the art presentation. Essentially, I was just going to say that we've got a nice round of kind of fun, cultural and kind of serious art that kind of happens throughout the city, and I think having something for everyone, even Commissioner Schlegel, something that he can understand. But it makes sense. You got art at all levels, from the small and simple to the more grandiose that are coming. So yeah. I certainly appreciate it about Marquette. So thank you.
Thank you. This is Tuesday, and we generally meet on Monday, and I just want to acknowledge that we had a very important holiday yesterday, Memorial Day, recognizing those who are fallen soldiers who have given their life for our country. I also want to point out, because D-Day will happen before our next commission meeting, and that is June 6th. It is the 80th birthday or the 80th anniversary of D-Day, another very important holiday that we should at least acknowledge. Other than that, I'm wondering if our city manager might want to address our opioid money. Perhaps, I don't know if you have on hand how much we will be getting and what our plans are, even if they are solidified at this point on how to spend that money.
Certainly, and unfortunately, I don't have the specifics on exactly how that money can be spent. However, it is very much tied to what we can spend it on, and so we are looking at some possibilities. We are also consulting with perhaps even the county as well, because it is limited at this point on what we can do with it. But if we are collaborating with an agency such as the county, there's a little bit more leverage there. So while we don't have any direction right now, we're certainly looking to have the biggest impact with those limited funds, because they are not significant, but at the same time, there's certainly money that we have available. So stay tuned. I could probably have more for you when we come close to budget, which is soon. And we have been speaking with Cameron as well. He has been attending office hours, so it's been great to hear that side of the story as well, and to see some real motivation and some determination there to make an impact. So hopefully that answered your question. I just wanted to have a quick reminder that summer hours are starting on June 3rd. So city offices such as City Hall, Lakeview Arena, the service center are going to be moving to summer hours. So that means Monday through Thursday, we are still 7:30 to 4:30. But however, Friday, we are 7:30 to 11:30. And that does allow for our employees to work on a condensed schedule. And then also have those Fridays able to enjoy the summer, but then also able to kind of maybe get a little bit more done during the first half of the week. It's difficult when we are slammed with some tourism there on the Friday. So it gives us a little bit more flexibility. So please make sure you either call ahead or keep an eye on those hours, because they are changing. I just wanted to mention something on the park, cemetery, and animals. It is, we do have a city ordinance that prohibits dogs from being in park, cemetery, so we will be looking at that. We do have Park Patrol starting up as well soon, so they will be doing a few more rounds on that. But unfortunately, it is one that we do remind people, and we don't get much compliance. We actually get a little bit of lip. So just a friendly reminder that we're going to start enforcing that a little bit more closely. Same thing with our beaches. You do have to mind some of those where there are signs that there are no dogs allowed on the beach. We are trying to really make this a safe place for all, including those that do visit the beach and those that are residents. So we'll be real friendly. Hopefully you follow. So thank you, and we're ready to kick off some spring and summer weather, right?
And with that, I'll conclude our meeting at 6:43 p.m.